What's up YouTube? I'm gonna show y'all my macro GB deck. First, I'm gonna be running 3 Liqueurs. I want 3 of them because he's not a dead draw. He's an 1800 beat stick if you draw him. And if you need to draw into a GB, he's the best one to draw into just because he's the strongest of all of them. I'm running 2 Murmillos. I know a lot of people will run 1. I run 2 because his effect's really good. Plus, if one of mine get removed, I have another one still. I run 2 quests. Even though I remove, I still run a quest because cards like D-Fissure only send out monsters, and quests can target the chariot. So I can just recycle my Gladiator Beast chariot and get advantage of that. I run 2 Radiari. I've been told to run 1. I run 2 because he removes the purpose of my deck, so he kind of stabilizes it. And he's not hard to protect. He gets under bottom mist fairly easy. He's 1200. You don't have to worry about being bottom mist. And he bounces just like the rest of them. I run 1 Bestiari for obvious reasons. Staple. One Hoplimus. Like Liqueur, he's good to draw because of his high defense. You don't have to worry about him being attacked over. Run 1 Darius. I can see arguments why it'd be counterproductive in a removal, but if my deck's not removing in the beginning, I might get a GB in there and he could come back and help me. I run 1 Demikari. Most don't, from what I know of. I run him because he sets up plays easy 3200. Death Tiger into him when they have an open field or something. So I run 2 Test Tigers. 3 is a little much. It's a dead draw when you have no GBs and no one wants to summon a Test Tiger. So I run 2 of them. I run 1 Morphing Jar. He's a little slow, but I use him for draw power. I also use him because with the removal, he's kind of devastating when your opponent has to discard their hand and remove it from play, or at least all of their monsters. 2 Ancient Forests. This is a beautiful card. Works perfectly with GBs. Another card I don't see in a lot of GB decks. I think it should probably be most of them. Keeps your opponent from attacking, stalls them out if anything. And again, it's another devastating card with removal. If they attack at the end of the battle phase, their monster's going to get removed. So it's another good card because the GBs get around it. 2 My Bodies. I run my body just to protect my monsters. I don't want, like Bestiari Bottom List or something like that. Dark Holes and stuff like that, Geyserist or JD, cards like that, it's good to have protection against, so I run my bodies. I run 3 Probing Grounds. Probing Ground thins, and it pretty much you draw it, any Glad Beast you want. So 3 of those. Dark Hole, stable. Blows up the field, can help you out in hard situations. Good card. For removal, I'm running 3 D-Fissures. I run 3 D-Fissures because the purpose of the deck's to remove, so I want to make sure I can remove the monsters. D-Fissures, preferably to me, is better than Macrocosmos just because my chariots can go out to the graveyard. Like I said with the quest, he can target them, bring them back to my hand. I run 2 Macrocosmos. I run Macrocosmos just in case I'm not drawing my D-Fissures. That's 5 cards to remove. I don't dead draw into them much, so it's not much of a problem. 2 Chariots. I run 2 just because even though it's a really amazing card, if you don't have a GB on the field or you can't draw into GB, it's worthless. So I just run 2, and I try to recycle it with the quest. For protection, I run 2 deep tactics. Another card I don't think a lot of decks run. A lot of card people don't know. I don't know how many people ask me to read it. It's pretty much a Wabaku. You need to control Glad Beast to activate it, and instead of going to the graveyard, it goes to the bottom of your deck. So you can use it more than once, since GB's always shuffle. You might get it again. Also, for protection, I run 2 Wabakus. You can't reuse them and recycle them like the tactics, but they're a little bit more convenient because you don't need a Glad Beast on the field to activate it. To stop summons, I run 2 Bottomlesses. It's a good card. Some decks I've seen, frogs and plants, it's not really worth much, but a lot of metas do run monsters for 1500 or their sync, so it's a good card to have. Torrential, another good card. Like Dark Hole, if you really need to clear the field because you're in a rough situation, even if you might lose a monster, Torrential's still a good card to get it done. Mirror Force, obvious reasons, blow up your opponent's attacking monsters. I run 1D Prison. I'd like to run more, don't really have room for more. It's a good out when people attack you don't have any protection. Also, for the extra deck, I only run the Heraclinos and Geysers. I run 3 of each, especially the Geysers. I use them way more than I use Heraclinos. And that's it. That's my GB macros.